We are now joined by longtime former NBC News correspondent and Tel Aviv bureau chief, Martin Fletcher. Martin, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. You have been so generous since this crisis has started, both with your professional, your expertise connection here to this region, but also a very personal one. You've shared with viewers that you had relatives who were taken hostage last month. 2 hostages, they were released. You may not be able to separate the two necessarily. I know, of course, how personal something like that is, but as someone who has both covered the region for decades, but also somebody who has experienced that in this personal way, what's your reaction first just to hearing about the details of this deal?
Well, joy. I mean, you know, we're going to have about 50 people at least, hopefully, if it holds, returning to their families. So this is a time of joy. But, you know, Israel is becoming like a manic depressive country. It's a mix of joy and also sorrow because so many families will not get their loved ones back. But as you know, you mentioned my personal side of it. We have still, my family still has 7 hostages in Gaza, and hopefully there will be some of them will be among the people freed. You know, we have a 3-year-old Yael, an 8-year-old Nave, a 12-year-old Noam. And so we're hoping they will be among the children being released, and we have women among the hostages too. So, you know, everybody's just holding their breath, crossing their fingers, hoping that our family members come home. And again, as always, emphasizing that 50 is only a small number compared to the 190 hostages, roughly, who will still be somewhere inside some tunnel underneath Gaza with their hands probably tied behind their back. Who knows? So, yeah, joy, but also still not a reason to celebrate because of the bigger picture. I mean, Savannah, it's like, you know, how do you celebrate when you know what else is happening to other people at the same time? But certainly within the families of the people who are going to be receiving their loved ones, it's going to be a very, very bitter but sweet occasion.
And so striking when you read off the ages of the people who are still being held hostage, Martin. Absolutely. Do you see this deal? Could it be a major turning point in the war, or could it just be that after the pause, things resume as they were before?
Well, look, Joe, realistically, you know, this is a very, very significant moment, but it's also a very limited moment. Hamas knows the value of the hostages. They're not going to release them all quickly. Israel has said that the maximum pause they're going to allow is 10 days, after which the war will continue. So, yes, there's a reason to have great hope now for this pause of 4 days that potentially could become 10 days. But it's just this pause and the exchange of hostages for Palestinian prisoners is just a first step. It's the beginning of a very long road. The Hamas has said they're not going to be releasing, for instance, the Israeli soldiers, male and female, and also probably Israeli men of fighting age. They could be hostages for a very long time, So this is a significant step, but a very limited one too.
Martin, these hostages who hopefully are to be released, similar to your family members that have been thus far, are going to have stories to tell, of course, about how they were treated, what they went through, where they were kept, who they were kept with. What kind of impact do you think that's going to have on what happens next, and how important is that type of information to the ongoing conflict?
Well, first of all, they will all be debriefed by the Israeli military and secret services, so that they'll give as much information that can be helpful in finding the rest of the hostages and, in fact, in prosecuting the war. So there's that. But apart from their conversations with the security services, it's quite possible they don't speak at all to the public. I mean, that's what happened in the case of our family. The first 2 hostages to be released, Natalie and Judith, were from our family, and they still have not spoken. I think like 5 weeks later, they still have not spoken publicly. In fact, I haven't spoken to them, and nobody I know has spoken to them. They're only speaking to the immediate family closest to them. So they're traumatized We don't know what they went through, and it's going to be the same with these hostages that are being released. There's going to be great joy. There's going to be great, no doubt at some point there'll be a great video of the hostages being released and the joy maybe of them meeting their families. But probably in terms of the public, they'll then go silent because they've got a lot of trauma to deal with. And I don't think we can even imagine what it's like for these people now coming home. What they've been through is just unmentionable and unimaginable. And it's going to take some time for them to speak in public about it, I'm sure, if our family's experience is anything to go by.
Absolutely. Well, Martin, we are thinking about you, especially as this deal is unfolding, and we'll continue to check in with you. As always, thank you very much for spending some time with us this morning.
Thanks, Savannah, Joe.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.